how are you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Today in our class we will be talking about meals and diet. And of course, before the class, you already know what to do. Go there, give this energy for us, and let's start our class. Talking about meals, we will start with which is considered the first meal of the day is the breakfast. The breakfast is the first meal of a day, and the word in English refers to breaking the fasting period of the previous night. And we here have the image of a breakfast table with a lot of drinks, foods, and actually some people, for example myself, I usually don't have breakfast. I just wait to eat something in the lunchtime. The second meal of the day is the lunch. And lunch is a meal eaten around midday. The word lunch was Brazilianized to lanche, and it refers to fast food, snacks, and similar. And that's an interesting point for us to take because it shows how culture influences language. Because for Brazilian people, the main meal is the lunch, whilst for United States mainly, the main meal is the breakfast. And here we have an image of a lunch table, and you can see there's a dish with some food. And I would like to ask you, what are the things you eat in a lunch time? So, is this dish good for you as a lunch? Now we have the last meal of the day, that is the dinner. And dinner, as I said, is the last meal of the day, and it's usually eaten around late afternoon or early evening. And here we have in the image dinner, and actually it looks like a romantic dinner. And I have a question for you. So if you are planning to do a romantic dinner with a soon-to-be partner or already partner, what would be the food you order? Would you order some drink? Would you put some music around? So look at this image and imagine yourself. Now we are going to a little bit different types of food that we can consider weird food. As food is a cultural element, it varies from place to place and time to time. For instance, in East Timor it's common to eat dog's meat. Instead of judging other countries' cultures, it's more interesting to understand them. So, as we can see here in the image, we have this lady having a bat soup, and some people discuss that this type of eating habits brought up the COVID-19 because bats were supposed to spread this disease, right? And we know that we can have problems by eating some type of food. But my question to you is that, would you have the balls, the courage to eat a bat soup? Have you ever tried some different type of food, some weird food? If you did it, can you tell us? Now, we will be talking a bit about vegetarian, vegan. Vegetarianism is the practice of abstaining from the consumption of meat, whilst the veganism is the practice of abstaining from the use of animal products. We could say that veganism is a more radical way of not dealing with animal products. Whilst vegetarianism is just about eating, not eating meat, veganism is more broader. So, for example, a vegan people doesn't use leather and animal clothes, so it's a broader way to deal with animals, respecting the animals. And here we have the image of Geezer Butler. He's a bass player for the Black Sabbath, and he's a vegan. And it's an example that one guy that is vegan and is still playing, is still working. Some people have this idea that vegan let people weak, but we have other examples that show that it's not the truth, actually. When we talk about vegetarianism and veganism, we are talking about eliminate one type of food, reducing another type of food. But actually, we also have this concept of fasting. Fasting is the willing abstinence or reduction of some or all food, drink, or both for a period of time. We have here the image of a monk on fire, and the connection with this image with the fasting is because monks, when they want to get to higher spirits situation, they usually do fasting for a time. And this is a monk, he's committed suicide to protest against society, and he put fire in his body, but he's meditating and he didn't eat things for a while, so his spirit is free to go in a way. So people who does fasting, they are trying to reach higher spirits that if you eat every day, if you go in the places and go restaurants, your spirit is not able to get higher. Talk about not eating. We have here this eating disorder named bulimia. And to talk about this eating problem, I bring you here this image of this girl, Amy Winehouse. And Amy Winehouse, whose life was dogged by drug and alcohol abuse, was killed by an eating disorder rather than by her addictions. So, people used to think she was dead because of an overdose, because of drinking too much, using heroin. But actually, as her brother said, she died because of bulimia, so an eating disorder. And she had a very bad end of life because it was connected to bulimia and drug use, alcohol abuse. And it was very sad because we lost a very interesting singer at very early age. She went to the 27 Club.
People, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. As you can see, I am a little bit different and I have a little bit of weight. And my question to you is, we're gonna talk about diet. As you can see, I had to lose some weight, and I want you to describe what is the most bizarre diet you ever saw, heard of, or even tried. So just tell me, and let's see if I can accomplish my goal to lose some pounds.